Sam loved hanging out with his friends, even more so since Erin had joined the group. Sam found Erin fascinating and wanted to get to know her better. Sam would get his chance. The group of friends had just organised a catch up for next weekend at a local sushi restaurant. The big night arrived. Sam, dressed to impress, and wore his nicest white shirt. He met his friends outside the restaurant. Erin was there too. The group found a table and began to pick dishes from the sushi train. Everyone was enjoying their food and having a great time. Sam used his chopsticks to pick up a chicken and avocado sushi roll, dipped it in soy sauce, and popped it into his mouth. The sushi roll tasted great, but Sam soon realized the sauce had dripped down the front of his shirt. He dabbed away the sauce with a napkin, but he wasn't quick enough. A big brown stain appeared across his chest. Sam felt a sudden rush of anxiety and self consciousness. Sam's heart rate spiked. He thought to himself, everyone is looking at me. Although the rest of the group continued chatting and enjoying their dinner, in Sam's mind, all he could think about was the embarrassment of staining his shirt. To Sam, it felt like the entire restaurant was staring directly at him. He felt like he was under an intensely bright spotlight, as if the whole restaurant had stopped and turned their attention toward him. Everyone was staring, whispering, judging, and laughing at him. Of course, they weren't, but to Sam, that's what it felt like. In Sam's mind, the night was ruined. He completely lost his confidence and avoided eye contact with everyone for the rest of the evening. After dinner, the group said their goodbyes and went their separate ways. Sam and his friend Todd walked back to their cars together. I blew it with Erin, said Sam. I can't believe how embarrassing that was. Todd was confused. What are you talking about? He asked. Well, my shirt, obviously, Sam snapped back abruptly. Oh, we didn't even notice, replied Todd. Without realizing it, Sam had encountered the spotlight effect. When Sam stained his white shirt, the spotlight effect made him feel like the entire world was watching him, when in reality, nobody even noticed. The spotlight effect describes our tendency to overestimate how much people notice us. We believe people are looking at us and thinking about us far more than they actually are. We tend to overestimate how much other people judge our behaviors and appearance. The spotlight effect can be subtle whenever we're around other people, or more pronounced when something embarrassing happens. Maybe we stumble on an uneven footpath or pronounce a word incorrectly. When this happens, a metaphorical spotlight appears above us, inviting others to notice our error. We find this unwanted attention extremely uncomfortable. But studies have proven that the spotlight effect is just in our heads. The reason for this is simple. People are too busy thinking about themselves. They're busy thinking about their own lives, their own problems, and their own insecurities to spend too much time worrying about us. And don't forget, everyone experiences the spotlight effect themselves. Although we are the center of our world, we tend to forget that we are not the center of everyone else's. The way we perceive life is like being a lead character in a movie. From our perspective, we are the lead. But from other people's perspective, they are the lead character. From their point of view, we're just an extra, a person who stands in the background when a movie is being filmed. And lead characters rarely give much thought to extras. So, how can we overcome the spotlight effect? Firstly, remember that people are egocentric. They care about themselves. For this reason, they're unlikely to be thinking about us or that embarrassing thing we did. Secondly, doing something embarrassing is actually a great way to connect with people. People can relate to the feeling of embarrassment. Often, we empathize when people feel embarrassed because we've been in their position. If something embarrassing occurs, we should make a joke of it. Humor is a great way to form or deepen relationships with people. Pointing out an embarrassment on our own terms is a great way to diminish it. While Sam may have wanted to disappear, he would have been better off pointing out his little blunder directly. If Sam had laughed and called attention to his stained shirt, the group would have laughed with him. Erin would have thought Sam was fun, and not that he was clumsy. Trying to hide the stain only made Sam feel worse. A very direct way to overcome the influence of the spotlight effect is to deliberately do something embarrassing out in public. It may feel awkward, but what you'll realize is that there are rarely repercussions for doing something embarrassing. We may also experience a subtle, persistent spotlight effect anytime we are around other people or out in public. A simple method to overcome this is to shift our focus outward. Instead of worrying about how others perceive us, we can practice mindfulness and observe our surroundings. This simple act of redirecting our attention can help us realize that most people are caught up in their own thoughts and experiences and aren't scrutinizing our every move. In conclusion, the spotlight effect is a common psychological phenomenon that can significantly impact our social interactions and our self perception. By understanding that we tend to overestimate how much others notice us, we can alleviate unnecessary anxiety. Remember, most people are too preoccupied with their own thoughts and concerns to scrutinize our actions. Embracing this reality leads to greater confidence, more authentic relationships, and a more relaxed approach to social situations. By keeping the spotlight effect in mind, we can free ourselves from imaginary judgments and focus on what truly matters: genuine connections and enjoying our lives.